This is a lecture on electrical transformer by M. Santosh Rani. These are some of the pictures of transformers which you see in your day-to-day lives. These transformers are three-phase transformers. As you see, in every transformer there are three leads coming out. In this lecture, the single phase transformers are dealt. The basics of the transformers are dealt. We see a transformer normally like this. Here we have the main tank and conservator, breather, low voltage bushes, cooling tubes, tank cover and drain off valves. Here this is a three-phase transformer, and as we normally say a transformer, the transformer is not visible here. It is kept inside the main tank as shown in this picture. This smaller rectangle is the transformer and it is kept inside the transformer tank, which is filled with transformer oil. This transformer oil does two functions. One is it cools the transformer when it is working and getting heated up. The other function is this transformer oil helps as an insulator between the transformer and the main tank. The conservator is a tank which also has transformer oil, and this transformer oil will be replenished as the transformer oil decreases upon working. This breather and silica gel are the ones which are used for eliminating the water droplets which may form in the transformer oil. The presence of water to a very little extent may also reduce the efficiency of the transformer to a very great extent. So it should be avoided. It is done using this silica gel. And there are low voltage bushes. These bushes are the ones which are used for taking the connections from the transformer to the external circuitry. The representation of a transformer is like this. It is denoted as a step down transformer when we have more number of turns in the primary than the secondary winding, and it is denoted as step up transformer when we have less number of turns in the primary, more number of turns in the secondary. The two lines which are marked represent the core on which the transformer coils are wound. So basically a transformer is an AC device, and that is used to change high voltage low current alternating current into low voltage high current AC and vice versa without changing the frequency. A transformer works only with the alternating current. It does not work with DC, and it will transfer. A transformer basically transfers electric power from one circuit to another. It transfers electric power, which means the power in one side of the transformer is the same as the power on the other side of the transformer. It does so without any change in the frequency. Alternating current has the term frequency associated with it. Suppose the supply frequency is 50 Hz, and if it is given to the primary of the transformer, on the secondary side the power will be transferred. The voltage levels and the current levels may change, but the frequency will not change. The power will also not change. It accomplishes this by electromagnetic induction. The principle of operation is electromagnetic induction. Here there are two coils. The change of current in one of the coils causes a change in the current of the second coil. This is the electromagnetic induction principle. There are two electric circuits, and these two electric circuits are mutual inductive influence of each other. Let us see a basic transformer. If a transformer is to be purchased, there are two specifications which are essential. One is the voltage level and other one is the power level. Apart from this, there are many other specifications also required. Let us consider only these two. When I say 200 bar 100 volts and 1 kVA transformer, what is meant is the primary side voltage is 200, the secondary side voltage is 100 volts, and the power transfer is for 1 kVA. That means on the circuit side, if we have circuit one side as a power of 1 kVA, the secondary circuit will also have a power of 1 kVA. The transformer is transferring electric power from one circuit to the other circuit. Now if the voltage is 200 volts 50 Hertz on the primary side, voltage is going to be 100 volts 50 Hertz on the secondary side. Given these data, can we find out the current on the primary side, current on the secondary side? The current on the primary side is given by the power in volt ampere divided by the voltage. The secondary side also we calculate the current in a similar way. So we see that the current on the circuit 1 is 1000 divided by 200, which is 5 ampere, and the current on the secondary side is 1000 divided by 100, which is 10 ampere. Let us now look at the values of the current. It is 5 ampere on the primary side, 10 ampere on the secondary side. If you see the voltage levels, it's 200 volts on the primary side, 100 volts on the secondary side. What we can infer from this is the voltage in this case has decreased from 200 to 100, whereas the current has increased by from 5 ampere to 10 ampere. In other words, you can say as voltage decreases from circuit 1 to circuit 2, the current increases, and in this particular case the voltage is halved and the current is doubled from circuit 1 to 2, whereas the power and the frequency remain the same. So basically a transformer is used for transferring power from one circuit to another circuit. The voltage levels and the current levels change, but the power and the frequency do not change. Let us see the voltage per turn. Let us say this is the primary of the transformer, this is the secondary of the transformer, and here if we see there are 10 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 turns. Suppose we have 10 turns in the primary and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns in the secondary, and say if we give 200 volts to the primary, we get 100 volts in the secondary. We can find out what is the voltage per turn. Giving 200 volts for 10 turns means each turn is capable of taking 20 volts. The secondary side, if we see, we are getting 100 volts with 5 turns. So here also the voltage for one particular turn is 20 volts. In other words, the voltage per turn is the same for the primary winding as well as the secondary winding. So we can write, if V1 is the voltage in the primary side, N1 is the number of turns of the primary side, V2 is the voltage on the secondary side, N2 is the number of turns on the secondary side. We can write V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. This is the voltage transformation ratio. From this we can also understand one thing. Suppose you are given the number of turns on the primary side and the voltage is given as 200, And suppose I ask what is the current, what is the voltage on the secondary side. If we have only 3 turns, you can obviously say that it is 3 into 20, which is 60 volts. Depending on the number of turns, the output voltage can be changed. So in industrial applications, we have something called as taps or tapping. Wherever you want the voltage, you can tap it from that. So you can get a variable voltage on the secondary by changing the number of taps or the number of turns. Classification of the transformers are based on many factors. Based on output voltage, it is classified as step up and step down. Based on construction, as core type and shell type. Based on number of phases, as single phase and three phase. Based on cooling system, as naturally cooled, oil cooled, water cooled or forced air cooled. Based on output capacity, as auto transformer, instrument transformer. Based on application, as power transformer or distribution transformer. Let us see the transformers based on the construction only. There are two types of transformers based on construction. One is called as the shell type, other one is called as core type. The shell type transformer is the one which is very widely used. And here you can see that there is a core and there is a limb in the center in which you have the primary and secondary coils both wound. In the case of a core type transformer, you have two limbs and you have the primary in one of the limbs, secondary in another limb. The windings are wrapped around two sides of a laminated square core in the case of core type. In the case of shell type, windings are wrapped around the central leg of the laminated core. The working principle of the transformer is this. It is based on the mutual inductance between two circuits, the primary circuit and the secondary circuit. You have two coils, and when one of the coils, say primary coil, is fed with an AC supply, a varying flux is set up in the core and this flux links the secondary coil, and because of that there is going to be an EMF induced in the secondary. The changing magnetic field will be producing the EMF in the secondary. Construction of the cell type transformer is explained in this link clearly. Because the shell type transformer is the one which is very widely used. Like for an example, we use a very small shell type transformer in the mobile chargers. You can go through this link for knowing how the shell type transformer is constructed. Thank you.